Pops.
Yes.
Ford, their new Lightning, it's coming out soon, and they have done something that I am pretty surprised of. I want to get your take on it. If you buy one of the new 2022 Ford Lightnings, you cannot resell it for a year. You have to sign a separate no-sale provision when you buy the truck. I'm going to read out to you, or I want to read out to you, the memo that they sent their dealers, but just off the top, like, what? Is that a thing?
Hey, you buy it, you own it. Well, you sort of you buy it.
Like, what if you pay cash for it? What's a title? Like, can't I do? Anyway, I'm just. Can I read?
You read me the thing. Just read.
I'll read. So this is from January 7th.
Yes.
This was to all Ford dealers, and it was the new sales department that received this memo. It says, it has come to our attention that a limited number of dealerships are interacting with customers in a manner that is negatively impacting customer satisfaction and damaging the Ford Motor Company brand and dealer body reputation. They go on to talk about how you can't price gouge on your new 2022 Ford Lightnings. Then, in bold, down below, no sale provision. In order to prevent the resale of 2022 model year F-150 Lightnings, Ford is offering support for a no sale provision to be signed by the customer at the time of purchase. Dealers may add this language to existing closing forms or create a new standalone document. Purchaser hereby agrees that it will not sell, offer to sell, or otherwise transfer any ownership interest in the vehicle prior to the first anniversary of the date hereof. Purchaser further agrees that seller may seek injunctive relief to prevent the transfer of title of the vehicle or demand payment from purchaser of all value received as consideration for the sale or transfer. Dealers should consult with their legal counsel to address any state-specific requirements. You say it first, but I'll say it second. Go.
Well, all I was going to say is, well, if Ford was concerned with what the dealers are doing to impair Ford's reputation, they've just exacerbated it with this form. I mean, how is this going to endear them to the consumers out there that are buying cars, buying these Lightnings, and Ford's telling them, well, yeah, you can buy it, you can pay for it, you can sort of own it, you control the interests of it, but you can't really do anything other than drive it for the first year. If you want to sell it,
sell it, the value that you get from that we can seek as injunctive relief.
Yeah. What? So as a consumer, you have the most powerful option available, and there should be a couple 100,000, if not couple million, people out there who would seek this value, and that value is to say, no, I'm not signing your form. I'm more than willing to pay more than probably what the vehicle's worth in order to buy it, but I'm not signing your form. So if you don't want to sell it to me without me signing the form, I don't need your truck. There's not a Ford out there that I need that bad that I need to sign away my rights as the owner of that vehicle.
Now, to be clear, Ford did this one time in the past with the GT. Now, here's the difference between doing this with the GT and doing this with the Ford F-150 Lightning.
Yeah.
The GT, how many were made? I don't know off the top of my head. A couple thousand?
Okay.
They've got what? 400,000 that they're expecting?
They have 200,000 reservations.
But they said recently they're going to double their production capacity.
Yes,
they're going to make 500,000 of these things.
Yeah, it's not like this is a limited production vehicle. They want to stipulate to whoever buys it that if there is a profit to be made within the first year by selling it, we don't want you to realize that profit. Well, I don't know where they get off telling that to somebody. I just don't. Now, I'm not a lawyer. I didn't stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night. I don't play a lawyer on TV, so I don't really know. But I would just think that if there's something that gets sold that has a title, and the title passes from one entity's name to another entity's name, the entity that sold it can no longer have an interest in how it can be utilized or disposed of, or when it can be disposed of, because they transferred ownership rights the minute they sold it and the title was put into the new customer's name, the new owner's name. So, I don't know. There must be a sharp lawyer out there somewhere that would just love to make a name for himself or increase the power of the name that he's already made for himself by taking on Ford and proving that this whole thing is folly. And like I said initially, if they're concerned about how this can impact the image of Ford, they're doing it to themselves. It's just, I can't think of a better way for a large company to say, we are anti-consumer. Screw you. We want our money, and if there's extra money to be made, you ain't getting it.
Since you added that stipulation of if there's extra money to be made, I was going to say Toyota with the subscribe to remote start your vehicle. That one's a pretty good one as well. But hey, we made videos about that.
Yes.
Steve Lato on YouTube made videos about that. Lots of people made videos about it. And you know what? Toyota walked it back. Will
Yes.
that happen here with Ford and the Ford Lightning? I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't, because this, but maybe it will. I hope it does. I hope we can enact some change here, because it is so anti-consumer. It is
Yes.
terrible.
Yes, and I think people have to say, guess what? I'm not signing the form. I'm not buying your truck. Your truck's not that so wonderful that I need to sign a form like that, or that you need to create a form like that.
You want to get a quick laugh in at the end of this video, Pops?
Okay.
So the other section of the memo. So it said examples of these negative interactions. This is back to Ford essentially chastising their dealer body for
Trying to gouge.
Examples of these negative interactions include demanding that customers who are already on the reservation list for the 2022 model year Ford F-150 Lightning make additional deposits or payments. These actions are perceived as threatening customers by withholding their opportunity to convert reservations to order. Now listen to this. This is where I laugh. This behavior is not allowable under paragraph 6 of the Sales and Service Agreement. Paragraph 6I states that, quote, the dealer shall conduct all caps dealership operations in a manner that will reflect favorably at all times on the reputation of the dealer, other company authorized dealers, the company, all caps company products, and the trademarks and trade names used or claimed by the company or any of its subsidiaries. The dealer shall avoid in every way any bait, deceptive, misleading, confusing, or illegal advertising or business practices. F you. Like, if that's the truth, then enact and send these memos out daily. That is such BS.
It's BS in the sense that if they really wanted to enforce it, there wouldn't be any Ford dealerships out there. Okay, every dealership would have their franchise agreement revoked because they violated whatever paragraph this was in the franchise agreement. I'm not sure how Ford or any of the other manufacturers selectively choose to enforce paragraph 6. But they do at times when they find some dealers that are so egregious. But it's
Pops, it's like when I was growing up, man. I had selective hearing. Did you say that? Did you say part of that? It's like I heard what I wanted to hear. That's what Ford's doing right now. It's selective hearing, Dad. That's what it is.
Or selective reading of their agreements. Yes.
Whatever it is, it's definitely newsworthy. Let's see if we can make them change, just like we were able to help force Toyota to walk back the subscription thing. Just nuts. Truly nuts. But it is what it is for right now.
Well, for the time being. But things can change.